New reporting from the Washington Post details the struggle migrants are going through to seek asylum with the new U.S. parole system app. The Post reports one family fleeing gang violence arrived penniless at the border, sold candy to afford a smartphone so they could download the new CBP app. Quote, now they struggle to buy data credits to use the internet, sometimes going days without being able to try their luck with the CBP One app. The father said, quote, it's stressful enough with what we had to do to get here. This app's one more obstacle. We feel powerless. With us now is Arelis Hernandez, who reported that story for the Washington Post. Arelis, great to see you. And what an extraordinarily important story you brought out on Saturday. You know, just reading that story, and I hope that you all, if you haven't read it, folks, look for it. You talk about a 7-year-old Venezuelan boy who has been going to that border school on the sidewalk, so filled with hope that now he was going to be able to go and ask for asylum, but that didn't work out. It's happening to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's happening to thousands of people who are right now find themselves in squalid encampments or, in abandoned buildings, or some Haitian migrants I saw throwing down mattresses inside abandoned gas stations in Matamoros, Reynosa, and other northern Mexican border cities. They really are struggling to figure out this app. At the same time, many people are able to navigate and get through. What we tended to focus on in this article were the most vulnerable people.
And, Matamoros is a place where, there is violence and the circumstances of everyday life are ever more difficult. So if people can't get an appointment on the CBP app, are they able to make their asylum cases to U.S. authorities at all?
Well, U.S. authorities are saying that they're, dealing with each case on a case-by-case basis and relying on officer discretion in some cases. But the reality is most are being directed and funneled to this mobile app, which is something that advocates and attorneys have been extremely critical of because it doesn't give them the opportunity to advocate and file paperwork on behalf of the most critical people, like, two of the people that I mentioned in my article who are victims of torture.
So, these changes on the app are one thing, but the root causes of people having to leave their country to try and reach and get asylum in the United States haven't changed. What's that looking like today?
Well, people are continuing to make that journey. I think part of the emphasis that the Biden administration has pushed is to get people not to make this journey, right? By opening up these parole systems for folks in country to make their appeals to enter the U.S. Some other way other than traveling to the border. But they're still coming. If you are a person who is actively being persecuted or who has their life under threat, and you feel like you can't wait, you're just going to go and press your luck at the U.S.-Mexico border. And there are just thousands of people who fall into this category who are having to, navigate this mobile app. And in some cases, like I said, some people are succeeding in getting these appointments. Others are having less luck, particularly families.
Yeah, and then, there's that changes that you must have a financial backer if you want to try and request that asylum. That's changing a lot of things. Arelis Hernandez, I thank you very much for being with us. It's good to see you.